as discussed, we're setting it off at 1648. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, bugger. Hello everyone, Sabaki here, and welcome back to another episode of the 9 Realms here in Aska, where today we're going to deal with this problem. So let's get started in the most fun way imaginable, scheduling. Now, why am I starting off this winter invasion episode with scheduling? Well, to answer that, let's take a walk down memory lane. Last year we got the invasion around, I think it was like 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. I don't really know what time they start, if it's consistent or not, but we're about to find out. It is. It is. So yeah, roughly 5 o'clock in the evening. Last year we got our invasion, and I like putting theories to the test. So what I want to do is I want to do a brand new schedule, and I just want it for my defenders, and it's going to go from 5 o'clock in the evening through to 5 o'clock in the morning. And the benefit of this is, if it's true and the invasions do start at 5, these guys are going to be at work at 5 o'clock. They'll be there for it. But also for blood moons, which start, for me at least, at 10 o'clock, they're still going to be working. So now I don't need to have them awake and working for 24 hours a day on the day of the invasion, just getting more tired, and eventually, you know, some of them just buggering off to bed because they're too tired. If this works out, we just have one schedule and it will cover all blood moons, all invasions, maybe. So let's call it Invasion Defense. No, I don't like that, because it's not just for invasions, it's for other things too. Let's call it Warriors. No, I don't like that either, because it's not just warriors, we have archers. Defenders. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty hardcore. That sounds like a club you want to be in, right? The Defenders. Bye-bye invasion. We don't need that schedule anymore. It's Defenders. How many times can I say that word? Defenders. All right, next thing to get done is let's change the water runestone schedule. In fact, let's add Helga to the water runestone, and let's change her schedule also to Defenders. Yeah, I'm always going to get one more than you ever expect. Trust me. You think I'm done? I'm going to say it once more. Okay, so now on to the main part of this episode. Thank you for bearing with me with the scheduling. But the main part is to finish the trench, or at least get it to a place where it will protect against the invasion. So let's come over here and remind ourselves where we finished, because it's been a hot minute. Actually, it's been a very long time since I saw this thing. But okay, this doesn't look that bad. We just need to cut across this diagonal bit, and then it's pretty much a straight shot through the forest. And yeah, I think we can get this done. This shouldn't take too long. Don't quote me on that. Off to a great start, though. I'm actually filling my trench with things, making it more likely mobs can walk across it. Okay, let's grab the level terrain field, and let's just start hoeing down, because that's how you build a trench, remember? You don't use a shovel, you use a hoe. While also, I might add, squinting your left eye and going, yeah, that looks about right. Are you gonna like dig a trench with me, or are you just gonna like try and steal my crap? Little bastards. Little bastards. Oh, bugger, I'm stuck in my own trench. Well, at least we know it works. Double wide, like so. I worry that there's going to be too much edge here, but that's something we can fiddle around with when we're done. I usually am, but right now I don't care so much about the aesthetics of this thing. I just want a functional trench within 6 days. And then I do have a plan. I have like a really good idea. Next episode I have planned out. The episode after, starting in spring, I have a really, I think, fun and unique idea. And, you know, that's when we can make things look pretty. Oh god, that does not look pretty, does it? It's okay. We might also be rebuilding much of this wall at some point anyway, because we're probably going to have to upgrade it to a plank wall at some point. Oh, you know what? How many eggs do you get these days? 2 wild eggs. Yes, they did buff it. They said they buffed the eggs, you know, so you always get 1. And then another hotfix came out saying they increased the quantity, and we just saw it in action. Sometimes you can get 2 eggs. How are we looking? Yeah, that's not terrible. I am suddenly becoming quite aware that, you know, when I raised the height over there, the land over here seems to be a bit lower. So I'm wondering if it's actually going to stay inaccessible. I probably should have thought that through. I can't undo it now. It's not like there's a reduce height button. It's not like there's a terrain option to reduce the terrain height by 5 meters. It's not like we have shovels in order to use for digging said terrain reductions. Yeah, there it is. There's the portal. Actually, while we're here, let's take a look at things, right? So the portal, let's get rid of the flags. Portal's here. Eye of Odin is here. So I think the Eye of Odin's in a great position as bait. Because I'm pretty sure that the portal, you know, they're going to come out of here, they're going to follow this road, and they're going to follow this road, and then they're going to hit this wall here. Or they're going to cut across the Draugr field or follow this road and just go where this cart's going. They're going to go across this road and hit the wall there. Either way, I'm pretty sure this is the area of attack we're going to have. I don't think they're going to come up this road, and then I don't think they're going to hit Jotengard. If they do, good luck on them. We have an entire fort there. That's the whole point of that town. I think they'll get absolutely clobbered if they do. And I really do think Nithavalir is safe. So yeah, this is... I want to kind of like finish... I know I said in the intro, I want to finish the trench. I don't think I can do that in 6 days. But if I can get to about here, you know, I think that'll be a win. And you know how I'm going to get that far? By not wasting time talking. Oh, it's already 7 o'clock in the evening. I wasted time talking. Right, we'll bring that up to here. Actually, we'll go 1 back, because I'm pretty sure this is... We'll keep the gate where it is. Let's see, how's this going to look? I still think this is fine, because I can't really get up here. I think we're right on the cusp, though. Something to look into when we redo the wall eventually. We've got to make sure we just tidy up the edge. I think I have a couple of ways to do that, suggested by, you know, people like Darkwolf or Sphinx. There's some things we can do. This is the bit I'm a little worried about. I'm still falling down. Still falling down, so we'll see. We shall see. Although now I can't see because the sun just, you know, vanished from existence. Right, I just got to poke a couple holes in the ground here and then cancel the build. Otherwise, my my workers are going to come and get rid of the nice little walkway there. I beat you to it. Kind of. It looks a bit wonky, doesn't it? That's fine. We can fix that another time or never. You know, if I forget about it. This trench has really gone off course. I think it's because my wall here isn't so straight. I'm not too sure. Could I probably need to bring it in. Yeah, that probably looks a little better. Yeah, I think that looks a little better. I think my wall was kind of like, my trench was veering out a bit. So we'll see what that's like. I'm going to let them cut down, you know, do some of their landscaping. I need Jotun blood because I want to keep summoning villagers, and you all know where I'm going to find it. For the most part, I'm ignoring the whites and just focusing on the followers. They're guaranteed Jotun blood. Whites are not so much. Not in my experience. I have very bad luck when it comes to the whites, except for the ones that give, like, I've got very bad luck when it comes to the followers too. You're supposed to give at least 1, not only 1. I feel like they've nerfed it. They're catching on to the old Jotun farm. That's better. I know I say it a lot. I know I say it, I really do. I know I say it all the time. Oh, we need a corpse harvesting job. There's so many. How am I supposed to clean this up if I'm not dedicating my entire day to it? This is ridiculous. Okay, the camera movement's giving me a headache. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I could do with 5 more, and then I have like a nice summonable easy number. We'll go for a little bit more. We'll push through, get some luck with the whites maybe. All right, what am I hoping for? Oh, there's a floating skeleton. I'm just going to get rid of the floating skeleton. That might get in the way of the invasion. Yeah, perk-wise, I would welcome warriors. Obviously. Anyone with melee stats? What have we got? Cold and resilient surge. That seems like a good starting point for a warrior. Archers, I don't really care about. I feel like the archers waste all their arrows and then they just go and fight with their, stone axes. But there's nothing else I really need. I wouldn't mind a good bunch of warriors and perhaps just general workers, no one who's got like a specialization that forces them somewhere. Yeah, that's kind of what I want. Just warriors or unskilled labor that I wouldn't feel bad throwing in a warehouse somewhere. All right. Oh, wow. This is much larger than I was hoping to make it. I'm not good with trenches. It's not anything it's like my first time really doing it. I think I need to come out a tad. I really can't see. I really can't see where it's going. There's too much foliage, grass in the way. But yeah, I am not good. I'm not good with trenches. I think I'm doing it too close to the wall. I'm going to be honest, because yeah, I think they're just going to slap the wall. I'll probably have to bring the wall back. I'll have to fight. That's a problem for another day. That is certainly not a today's problem. At least not until we get to the danger zone, which is just around the corner. This is the not so dangerous zone. Well, that's just the worst trench I've ever seen. That isn't... Oh, it's going to get better over here. We start to get higher up over here. Yeah, there's like a weird area there where we just don't have the depth. Wait, can you like fall away from the trench, please? God damn it. Right, I do have an idea. If the trench gets too deep, I do have an idea on how to fix it. Because remember, this... I mean, I don't know how. This is supposed to be the height of the lake. Maybe, maybe a bit higher because I raised it over there. It doesn't really seem like it's the height of the lake anymore. Okay, let's get up here if I can. That was a stretch. All right. Oh, looks like I got the angle right first time. How are we looking? Can I press Z? No, I really can't see. I think that's good. All right, let's get rid of these flags. Probably have to redo a bunch of flags at some point and keep bringing it in. We have to reorientate you. Bring it to about there. There's a bear attack. Where's the... I just fell down the trench again. Where's the bear coming from? Oh, you know what? I'm going to leave it. You know what? We should go watch. I say that. But I remember I just put everyone on nighttime duty. I don't have any daytime. I think my archer, maybe. I have a daytime archer. I don't mind a bear attack because at some point I lost my bear cape, which you can see I'm no longer wearing. Oh, my warrior did wake up. Okay, so I guess I could have left it. Let's have a little bit of a cinematic. Should we see the villagers versus a bear? Guys, I was trying to be cinematic. Oh. Oh, that hurt. Oh, how bad did that hurt? Oh, that really hurt. All right, excitement of the bear over. Rainstorm here. It is the middle of autumn. Yeah, that looks much better. That looks a lot better. You know what? I'm thinking about just, I should just build the bloody trench. And then the wall. At least that kind of fell in the right direction. I should build the trench. And I should worry about the wall afterwards. I should match the wall to the trench. I shouldn't be going around trying to match the trench to the wall. Just setting myself up for a headache. You know what? I know every time I cut down a tree here, I kind of feel bad because we made the decision to keep this forest. I might replant some of it manually. I know I've kind of like gotten rid of a bunch, but I've had no choice. I think we've gotten to the first point where my height difference is too high. Yes. Okay, I have to figure out a way of fixing this. I think we're going to have to now do the old trick of... I'm going to lose some of my road, but we have to do the trick. Our trusty watchtower. Let's bring you in and pop you there. Hopefully, this is the right height. Yeah. Yes, it is. We'll use the watchtower footprint to break away at the areas that the landscaping tool can't. And then you come in here and you delete it. Cool. All right. I just have to cut through this a little bit more. And then we'll use probably the Rainmaker to rebuild the walkway. How deep is this? You know what? I think we're right on the cusp. I think that actually might be a bit too deep from what I said. We'll see if it picks up again on the other side. It might, kind of like it did on the other part. And we'll get rid of this tree. This tree's in the way too. No, it's rain collector time. Rain collector's a little bit easier to work with than the watchtower, I hope. Again, I'm really bad at doing trenches. I've never really done it seriously. Only in guide videos, and now I'm kind of like seeing if I can do it properly. Where is this going? How can I hit you? Level. There we go. Oh no, that's going to take a while. Let's try. Let's just try the watchtower. Just see. Yeah, that's a bit better. That's a bit better than the Rainmaker. It's basically the Rainmaker doubled because it's 2 instead of 1. And what I'm trying to do for anyone who sort of like doesn't know, I mean, neither do I fully, but when I'm putting down... Oh, my first hoe broke. Good thing I stole 2. When I'm putting it down, I'm trying to get it halfway, which I think is where the ladder is. But then I want the ladder on my half, right? Because if I'm doing it halfway, there's a risk that I will lower the terrain to the height on the other side of the ladder. I don't want that. I want the height on my side of the ladder, which is why I am putting the ladder on my half. And then this part is just... This part's going to look wonky. This part is not going to look good. But that's what you get if you have a road coming out diagonally. So we come out of here. It's fine. It's fine because I say so. I'm definitely going to have to redo the roads as well, because if I don't have roads leading from the invasion portal to where I want the mobs to go, they're not going to go where I want them to go, because for some reason they follow roads. It makes it easier for me to walk on, but apparently it makes it easier for the skeletons and the Draugr, and the wolves like following roads too. So we do have to fix the road once we're done. I really hope this turns out well. It's one of those things that other people do really well. And I don't. So many corpses from that blood moon, like many episodes ago. I know I keep alluding to it. You'll find out soon enough, but I do have a plan. I do have an idea to finally get a handle on all this mess that I've been ignoring for ages and ages and ages. Dang, I have no idea how to do this part. I think I should have extended it further. I can't see a thing either. It's dark, it's rainy, it is not the correct weather. That's not working. I have to kind of hope I get this right. Let's see. If I want the height, I want to get the ladder where I want to go, and hopefully... Yes. There we go. What have we got? We got 4 days. I'm almost at sort of like my target area. I broke Emma. All right. Maybe Emma will fix herself when I get rid of this terrain part. Maybe she is a little bit confused because we're building. Emma. Oh, Emma. Oh, you fell. Where'd she go? Emma? I don't know. I don't hold it against this game with things like that. Like, we're clearly not supposed to be making trenches like this. Oh, now is it going to be my turn to like fall into the void? Like, we're clearly not supposed to be doing stuff like this yet, or maybe the devs simply didn't want stuff like this done ever, but, you know, gamers are going to find ways of doing stuff like this, and we won't apologize. I keep seeing people disappear. I think they kind of teleport to safety. I haven't gotten any notifications that someone suddenly died. That's good. That's good. Alright, next up, it is wall upgrades. We have to get rid of all of our hedge gates and walls, or at least the ones that are likely to get attacked this invasion. I absolutely do not have enough resources to rebuild the whole thing. So we're just going to do a select targeted area right here. And I don't really want to, but I feel like I also will have to clear out all of the bodies because they're just going to get in the way. They're going to get in the way of the building, and when the invasion starts, they might just get in the way of me because Draugr, for some reason, you just can't run over them. They just, they like to get in your way. But, okay, village gate, 2 posts, 4 beams, and 8 planks. Ah, crap. I need 2 gates. That's 16 planks right off the bat. How many do I have? What does a wall take first? 2 beams and 2 planks. Okay, that's a lot easier. What do I have in storage? Well, bugger me. We have enough for 2 gates and 1 wall. I'm going to close that menu and pretend I never saw this. So many bodies, and I'm really lazy. Okay, bodies cleared, and I straightened out the entrance here a little bit also. So now let's start putting down some more fences and the other gate. And I'm going to be really fiddly about this because I want it to be perfect, because I'm not going to fix this later. That looks good. Now, for the walls, unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to be able to have the spikes. Those squares are red, but I also don't really care too much about that. I just want the walls as close to the edge as possible. Well, actually, yeah, we can get some green. Those are green. Can I keep them green? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'll probably forget to upgrade them as spikes anyway. It doesn't really matter. Alright, if anyone's wondering what the hell happened with any time jump around about this point, it was dark. It was bright, and then the sun went behind a cloud, and then I couldn't see a goddamn thing. So I just waited for daytime. I tried to do what I could. But it was too dark, so anyway, let's just finish this up. Gate down. And now I'm really just trying to tidy up this little walkway here. I don't know if I'm going to be making it better though. I don't know. I really don't. I feel like half of what I do makes things better, and then half of what I do makes things, you know, not better. And so I come out with a net, you know, a net silly goose of uselessness. Another good suggestion, actually, again, I think this is Dark Wolf. Dark Wolf's like the master of trenches, by the way. But he says if you use the dirt path along the edge of a wall or a trench, it smooths it out, you know, to be much nicer than that jaggedy piece of triangular crap you usually get. Well, would you look at that? It does work. Good job, Dark Wolf. Thanks for teaching us all about trenches and how not to suck at them. All right, I had to get rid of an extra, what are they called? Hedge walls, and that's not a problem. I'm going to rebuild a hedge wall. And again, if anyone is, you know, trying to figure out how you do this, you don't. You don't actually do it properly. You just do it as close as you can get, hope for the best. I tend to just go back and forth multiple times. And if one of them appears closer, you know, I keep it. I keep it, and I hope for the best. There's no other way around it, to be honest. No, don't pick that up, you muppet. Okay, it took a lot of fiddling, which I'm probably going to cut over because it was a lot of fiddling. I had to do the slopey wall trick about 3 times, but I got it all in. I got all of the walls in. As you can see, hedge wall goes on after a bit. It looks really beautiful actually over there. Really nice sunset. That is my reward. I'm hungry. Do you have any food? Thanks. Ugh, I'm busy. Oh no, not the fisherman's hut again. I'm never gonna hear the end of this. Well, they seem to be completely ignoring me and chasing down the fisherman. You know, at least the fisherman can run away. The houses, they can't run away. Okay, let's wrap this up. You guys are gonna get an invasion this episode. We don't need to do a Blood Moon 2. Alright, almost done repaving the road, and I've gone for a 3 wide on this area here because it looks cool. There's something blocking me, looks like a flax plant, and yeah, okay, now we can put it back down. Nice. Now, builders are quite silly actually. They don't seem to build roads consistently, even though I have plenty of road makers, so I'm just going to leave it on the off chance somebody actually does their job and builds the road. If it's still here in like a day or so, I will wrap it up myself. But speaking of being wrapped up, that was perfect timing by the way, the wall and our gates are done. Ignore the hedge wall on the side, that's not going to be a problem. No one's going to go over there, the trench is in the way, but we have ourselves, you know, the main part of the defenses, you know, the wall, the ability to block the mobs and funnel them into a hopefully funnel them into a kill zone. Or a re-kill zone, because they're already dead, right? A re-kill zone. That makes more sense. Alright, one more body to clean up there. It's getting in my way. That is also our patrol flag done, where we will assign a bunch of warriors for the invasion. And I don't know if I did it in the night, I can't remember when I did it, but we have those 2 towers that I am building just on the inside too. Just the basic towers, by the way, because I am shit out of refined wood. Or at least I think it's the planks, amount of planks somehow. The one that you get most of, I say somehow, it's because of the wall and the gates. They used an awful lot of planks. Alright, now it's time for my big brain move that is either going to be absolutely bloody fantastic, or you guys are going to make fun of me for in the comments. So let's go find where I put my bloody cart. There it is. Let's bring it in here. There we go. And then now let's fill the cart up with bombs. There's a lot you can do with bombs in this game. There's a lot I enjoy doing with bombs in this game. They're quite handy. Was that all? Oh, a cheeky last one hiding somewhere. Thank you very much. Alright, I'm sure you're all very smart people and have figured out what I'm doing already. What was that sound? I guess nothing. Anyway, I want to put down a bunch of bombs outside of the portal. What was that sound? No, don't shoot my bombs! Oh my god, can you imagine? That would have been the absolute best way to end the series right there. If I just get blown up by a wayward arrow. Yes. Yes, Mr. Bane Man has respawned. Crap. Double crap. You know what? We have to get rid of him. We have to get rid of him because the last thing I want is more Draugr spawning during an invasion, because that is just going to not be it. I don't want that at all. That you can imagine how annoying that would be. I very much enjoy the fact that there is the previous Bane Man for him to spawn into. This is your future, mate. Ow! That really hurt, probably. I think they buffed Bane Man, actually. I know they buffed Helga. He two-shot me in my Dazzling Stream marathon. That was a good one. And I think somebody at the time was mentioning all the other bosses except Fenrir, actually. So Bane Man, Helga, and the Necromancer. What's his name? Skeletrol. I think those three got buffs. So, you know, you just saw then when I turned the UI back on, there was, yeah, I lost half my health or so. Also, can I just change topics again? I know I do this a lot, but I love how ridiculously oversized the items that Bane Man drops are. Like, no one else does this. No other boss does this. But look at the size of those Jotunbloods and iron chunks. It's just a comically large size. I don't know why it's with him only. But I'm here for it. I love it. I love it so much. All right, the field was actually cleared. I didn't see the notification, but I can see the icon in the minimap, on the minimap, is grey. So, yeah, let's do a dry run. Let's do a test. I want to light the fuse at 10 minutes to the hour, and if it explodes on the hour, like I think it will, then that's what we do on Invasion Day. Let's stand back and experience some pyrotechnics. I'm almost positive my cart full of bombs is far enough away. Okay, that looked good-ish. I mean, it exploded at 1603. I think I was a bit wonky on the fuse lighting. Maybe I have to light the fuse a few minutes before. So maybe like 15, quarter two, 15 2, just like a child. Maybe at like quarter two or something between. Yeah, let's do it at 4:48 because I don't like sevens. I don't like that odd number, and the other ones are too far away or too close. And also, full disclaimer, I am not expecting this to destroy the portal, if that's what you're thinking. I'm also not expecting it to, you know, take out the entire invasion in one go. But I just think it'll be really, really funny if they all blow up, or at least, you know, part of wave one blows up the second they arrive. To me, that sounds funny and like something I'll get a kick out of, and I hope you will too. Unless it, you know, completely fails, in which case I won't get a kick out of it, but you guys still will, because you'll be able to make fun of me. Oh, look at that. We got a beautiful sunset again. Oh, who's that? That's Lady Aminka, isn't it? Hey, come back here. Who are you? Yeah, Lady Aminka. Where are you going? She's got an exclamation mark above her head. You know what? She's probably after a pie, because I really need to sort out the tier 4 food shipping across all of my outposts. You know what? That bloody food update with the tiers of food corresponding to the tiers of villagers, that threw the biggest pie-shaped wrench into my whole outpost game here. I got like 4 or 5 different outposts with an entire spread of villager tiers across them all. And so, yeah, I haven't really done any sort of I kind of just, I was just put it bluntly, I've just ignored that part of the game so far. You know, I'm going to try and fix it eventually, especially if people like Lady Aminka here are having to run all the way to my capital to grab a snacky snack. But anyway, I'm just going to table that soapbox before I stand on it too much. Let's quickly go ahead and assign some archers to these towers, because that's like having a warrior with a ranged sword, and that could be handy. And here at the barracks, let's go ahead and set patrol route. Let's choose the winter invasion flag here that I just made. Wherever here is at the bottom, of course. And we'll set it for 20 hours. I can't assign all of my people. Inga's doing something else. All right, there we go. Fix that. And we'll do it for the other barracks, you know, across the way. We'll have 6 warriors that way, and oh, yeah, that's cool. We're gonna have Lord Vedenock's going to be joining us. Oh crap, that reminds me of something. We have to have a very fast ceremony for 2 people. We don't have the time to do an official one because the invasion's barreling down towards us. But I did put in a request for 2 bulwark chest pieces and some nice fine capes. Oh crap, I had one on me this whole time. I didn't realize that. But, the channel did receive another Lord membership tier from Dolfire. And during the Bucky's Dazzling Stream Marathon, some mad lad called Mondo just, appeared out of the shrubbery, out of nowhere, and rained down a whole bunch of, gifted memberships. So he gets one. He gets like an honorary title for just being like a mad lad. So we have to show our thanks. We have to show our appreciation. So Casper here, you are going to be renamed. Just not very appreciative of Casper. But there you go, with a nice fine linen cape and a bulwark chest piece, and we're going to rename you Lord Mondo. Mondo the Mad Lad. And then all my other warriors are females, so let's go ahead. Let's climb up this archer's tower. We're bound to have somebody up here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Lasse's a really good archer, actually. He's got like over 100 skill. Lasse, you also can have yourself a linen cape and a bulwark chest piece, and you will become Lord Dolfire. And, maybe you could dole out some fire on the invasion. That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. See, it's not that difficult to build a goddamn road. I'm pretty much done now, actually, though. I think let's just go ahead and upgrade these towers for shits and giggles. Let's give it a roof and reinforce it also. That way our, the archers up there will be nice and warm during the blizzards. And, they're not going to get attacked, I don't think, but the reinforcement will help on the off chance that they do. Inga here has absolutely no bloody chest piece either. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I've started using the term I can lead my villagers to water. I can't make them drink, though. I have a whole storage full of, heavy linen gambesons. Why she hasn't picked one up before? No idea. Just, I absolutely don't know. I don't know. There's something else going on there. Here at the healing hut, I know I have 2. Yeah, Eric. Oh, I remember Eric. He was the original one, actually. He works at the blacksmith now, and he is assigned to breaking down or researching those Draugr weapons. We don't really need that right now. Actually, we kind of do, because we just got 2 swords from Mr. Baneman, but it's more important for him to be at the healing hut. That way, if the shit hits the fan, which it probably will, during the invasion, we have somebody here who will be able to heal the people who will inevitably still not come here for healing. All right, midday is, 5 hours, hopefully, maybe, possibly, away from the invasion. I'm going to take a little nappy nap here at the chieftain's hut, so I have the most stamina possible and my big, nice strength buff. It should last 5 hours? Yeah, it should last. It should be fine. I should have this throughout the invasion. Just watch it drop off 5 seconds before. Weather seems to be clearing up, which is actually a kind of really appreciate that. You know, fighting in fighting an invasion is one thing. Fighting an invasion in a blizzard and suddenly running out of stamina or catching a cold is quite another. All right, they'll be here soon. Oh, I didn't put my helmet on. All right, as discussed, we're setting it off at 1648. So 3, 2, 1. Light the fuse. What the hell? You guys are 10 minutes early. Oh my gosh. Oh, please blow up. Just blow up. Blow up. Oh, that sounded good. I don't know if it looked good. We're out of here. We need to get back home. Get back home. Where are they going? They are. Thank goodness. Something gone right. They are coming to New Asgard. Where are these guys going? They seem to be chasing somebody into the woods. I would not like to be them. Let's get to the gates. Guys! Wake up! Oh, crap. Oh, I think the last mob just got killed off screen because I've been waiting here for about 5 minutes and nothing. Let's take a look at what we got. I mean, it kind of worked. I just think invasions, I think it's better to meet the invasion. I think it's better to go out into the field and set a defense around the portal and take the fight there. This will be fine for blood moons because they're not massive, but you just end up leading them. Look, my guys came out. We obviously defended the gate. We defended the walkway, and then they just started chasing them out towards the portal over here, and I couldn't get them back. They weren't paying attention to the horn. They disregarded it completely. I heard 4 people die, and I don't see any bodies here, so I'm not sure what happened. So I'm going to go, actually just going to go warm up and check the logs on that, because none of my warriors seem to have died. Where am I? Where can I be warm? Okay, I'm warm here. So this is a new thing. If you go to the log, we'll have to go the day before. Let's take a look. Where did the people die? Folke froze to death. Zelda froze to death. Harold froze to death. Kjell froze to death. Who are these people? Where did they freeze to death? Kjell, a builder. Why is this builder out in Jotengard in the middle of an invasion nighttime blizzard? I have no idea. Zelda froze to death. Harold froze to death. And I have no idea where the other one is. It's like I say, I can lead these guys to water. I can't make them drink. These villagers are very, very silly. They just have no survival instincts. They run through entire swarms of invasion mobs. I don't understand. That might have been the freezing bug. That I don't know if that thing's returned. Look, you froze to death. Okay, you froze to death. Next to a campfire. Like, I can't make it any easier. You know, so here, Folke, like, this is what we do. Ready? Watch. Are you watching from the afterlife? There. There you go. Now you're not going to die. Let's go ahead and take our helmet off. Get some fresh air. Let's take a look at us. Yeah, I don't know what my favorite form of defense is. For all of the flaws of the AI, and there are many at the point of, you know, recording, it worked. You know, the mobs followed the road. They then hit, you know, a trench which funneled them. They were, you know, they're right here. Some of them got through because my guys opened the door. We have a lot of corpses, exactly where we would expect from this type of defense. So it works. It totally works. It's just the AI doesn't really pay attention in the heat of battle, which, you know, might be normal. But I'm going to be leaving this episode here. Next episode, I want to give a quick update on the next 2 episodes. The next episode is going to be the world's smallest outpost. I have a great plan for that. Just, I don't even know anymore. I don't know. Next episode, for the rest of winter, I do have an idea to do the world's smallest outpost. And then episode 20, starting in spring, we're going to be doing something very, very different, very, very special. I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, let me know how you prefer to do your defenses. Do you think the trench is the way to go? Do you prefer the wall? Or do you just, you know, do something else? I personally, I just want to meet them in the field next time. I want to summon an army and I want to meet them in the field like a true Viking. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed your time here, then please consider grabbing a sub, dropping a like or leaving a comment, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheerio. He's taking an awful long time to repair that gate, isn't he? And then he just hovers there with his hand in the air. Not, yeah. Yeah, bye.